Hello, sir. My name is Mitran and my matrix number is 2312912227. So my group members are Harith, Kavin, Faris and also Satish. So now I will explain about the objective of our mini project. So we had 6 objectives. The first one was to apply project management principles in planning and executing a solar power plant installation. Our second objective was to evaluate the feasibility of a 5 megawatt solar power plant in a selected site in Peninsular Malaysia. Our third one was to develop a structured program plan including the scheduling, cost estimation and also research allocation. Our fourth one was to construct a functional organizational structure for managing a multidisciplinary engineering project. The fifth one was to assess the project's financial aspect, including the asset depreciation and also the cash flow, with a focus on equipment such as cranes which are used in the installation. The last one was to analyze project duration and completion probability using network diagrams and also the PERT method. Okay, so right now I will talk about the introduction of our project. So our project title is 5 megawatt grid connected solar power plant. So this project mainly focus on designing and also managing a 5 megawatt solar power plant. Grid connected means it will feed electricity directly into Malaysia's national power grid. So the location we chose for our project was Jempol, which was situated in Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia. So we selected Jempol for its strategic advantages because it receives excellent sunlight, offers a suitable land for construction and has good existing grid infrastructure for connection. So the purpose of our project was mainly to meet Malaysia's energy demand and also to cut emission with solar PV. The core purpose is to support Malaysia's growing energy needs and also to contribute to its environmental goals by leveraging the solar photovoltaic technology to reduce the carbon footprint. So our goal for this project was to develop a practical project plan using engineering management principles. So as a simulation, our objective is to apply comprehensive engineering management principles from design to costing and also scheduling to create a realistic and also feasible plan for this significant renewable energy initiative. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Satish Sami and my matrix number is 2312912264. So today, first of all, I'm going to thank you for the opportunity to discuss the critical solar installation project. So our goal is to identify the optimal location by analyzing sunlight exposure and availability and grid connectivity, ensuring the maximum efficiency and minimal logistical hurdles. So the next is a well-established and a robust organization structure, assigning clear roles and creating a phase schedule to streamline execution, cost estimation, will cover equipment, labor and major assets like cranes alongside a financial feasibility study to ensure viability. The next is using project management tools will determine the critical path, providing a statistically confident timeline for completion. So the post-project will evaluate asset depreciation and financial performance to measure long-term success. So this comprehensive approach balances the technical precision, financial rigor and strategic planning, ensuring the project's sustainability and profitability. So let's work together to harness solar energy effectively. So the next is I'm going to talk about solar installation site selection in Jempol, Negeri Sembilan. This site stands out for its high solar potential, ensuring the maximum energy output and efficiency. So the land stability is excellent with the space and minimal environmental risk aligned with our commitment to sustainability. Additional transport and logistical are favorable with the accessible routes for the equipment delivery and maintenance. So the grid accessibility is another key advantage as the site to the exiting the infrastructure reduce the connection costs and delays beyond. So the technical benefit, so this project will bring socio-economic advantages to Jempol by creating jobs and supporting local communities. So by choosing Jempol, we balance technical feasibility, environmental responsibility, and community impact, making it the ideal location for successful and sustainable solar project. So together, let's power the future cleanly and efficiently. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hari Basman. My metric number is 33129124. So for this slide, I will talk about project organization structure. So let me walk you through the organization structure we adopt for our solar power plant project. So we choose a matrix structure which effectively balance functional expertise with dedicated project focus. At the top, we have the CEO or managing director who oversees the entire company strategy and high-level project decisions. Reporting to the CEO are 3 functional heads for engineering, procurement, and finance and administration. They ensure the respective department provide the right expertise and resource. At the center of the project execution is the project manager who coordinate planning, cost control, and stakeholder communication. Supporting the manager, we have team procurement coordinator. Each of them handles the detailed tasks within the area, ensuring the project moves smoothly on the ground. So for site 7, we'll talk about explanation and advantage. So this structure was chosen because it offers several important advantages. First, it ensures the technical appetite is always available from functional department. This means better design and more reliable execution. Second, by sharing resource and across department, we reduce cost and avoid redundancy. The matrix also gives us flexibility. If timeline shift or task change, we can easily adjust the team without disrupting the whole project. Communication is also more structured. Each team knows its role and information flows efficiently between departments. Lastly, accountability is clear. Functional heads manage their budget and output, making financial control more effective throughout the project. So for slide 8 about network diagram, now let's look at how we schedule and structure our activities by using a network diagram in AA format, which stands for activity on error. In this diagram, nodes or circle mark key milestones in the project, while errors represent the actual activities, labeled with their expected duration. We start with activity A, which trigger the rest of the project. Activities B and C follow, with D and E depending on C. Activity F is a critical junction that depends on B, D, and E. Then we continue to G and H, then to I, and finally through J, K, and L to complete the project. This structure helps us clearly identify the critical paths, estimate how long the project will take, and manage potential delays. It also allows us to use resource wisely and keep the project on schedule. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day to the Professor Dr. Muhammad IZUAN. My name is Kavindra, son of Nandakumaran, and my matrix number is 23129236. So here we go to my part of the presentation, which is critical path and duration. So from just now network diagram, we can conclude to the critical path, which is A, C, D, F, H, I, J, K, L. So this one is showing a total duration of 55 weeks expected. So this is our TA. That's why this is we choose as our CP. Based on this CPM, This is a minimum time we need to complete our project if everything goes according to our project plan, our scheduling time. If assume no major disruption or delays in our project timeline. High confidence of our project is estimated 99.85, which is equals to the 61 weeks. Using our PERT method and assuming a standard deviation of 2, we calculate a Z score of 2.97 according to the appendix. This buffer gives extra time to absorb delays and increase certainty of our scheduling and managing of our time. This helps also stakeholders easily understand which task is required the most attention and sensitivity to done early in initial stages, so we can go on with our project more efficiently and productively. Here we go with the next slide, which is project cost estimation of our solar PV project. The total estimated cost is 19.28 million. This estimate is based on the average cost of 3 ringgit 70 cent per watt for the 5 megawatt solar PV. Each PV panel is cost 7 to 8.3 million because it's a larger cost component of our project. The inverters and transformer is cost 2.8 million to 3.3 million. This is very important to the conversion from DC to AC magnitude. So this also handles large scale energy conversion, which is like DC attributes to the AC attributes. And civil works, labor, soft cost also is included, which is we need some land leveling, manpower, energy, and also our engineering fees. And finally the crane purchase, which is 850,000. So this is very important one-time investments of our efficient installation of the project. So here we go to the last part of my slide, which is monthly cash flow. So our monthly outflow is 1.23 million for 15 months. This is spread across the project that covers all ongoing construction and our material and financial costs. Consistent funding is required to avoid work stoppages, which can delay or also troublesome of our work project of our solar PV product. Our crane purchase, as we know, initial or yearly prices is 850,000. So one-time capital expenditure yearly in the project timeline of our project. This enables heavy equipment operation, critical load equipments, and sensitive loads during our early stages. So crane sale for month 15 is 566,000, which is after use the crane is sold at a 2/3 of the original price. The original price is 850,000 of our project. This helps recover some capital and reduce the net equipment costs, some distributed costs. So our revenue received for month 15 is 30 million and assume full payment upon the project completion of solar PV. So this is the primary cash inflow, which is reflect our project delivery value. Emphasis on our cash planning and use smooth cash flow throughout the project life cycle from the start to the ending of our project work completions. This is effective financial planning, minimize risk of budget overrun or overturn, which can financially cost our project. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Faris Wajidi bin Syamsul Anwar and my matrix number is 231292325. So I will continue the presentation, which is the last part of our presentation, crane depreciation and book value. So in this project, we bought a crane for 850,000 to help with lifting solar panels and heavy equipment. Even though we use the crane for about 50 months, but we calculate its depreciation based on full 5-year lifespan. As we can see on the right, we have the straight line annual value depreciation of the crane for 5 years. It divides the crane's total depreciation equally over 5 years. Since we expect to sell the crane for about 2/3 of its purchase price, which is 566,666.67, the annual depreciation becomes 56,666.67 per year. Now we want to continue depreciation during the project, which is in 15 months. So the annual depreciation must be divided by 12 months, and we get about 4,722.22 per month. So the total depreciation during 15 months is about 70,853.30. That means at the end of the project, the crane's book value was around 779 and 166.70 ringgit. However, the we sold it for only 466,666.67 ringgit, which means we had a loss of around 212,500 ringgit. This shows that even though we got some money back, the short-term use caused a financial loss because the crane had not fully depreciated yet. So for the conclusion, to sum up, this power plant mini project gave us a good opportunity to practice how to manage a real engineering project. We learned how to plan the schedule, estimate the cost, track cash flow, and handle project risk. We also saw how to manage equipment and understand how its value changes over time. The study of the crane helped us see how big machines affect the total cost of the project. It also showed us the importance of planning for buying and selling equipment. In addition, the analysis of the crane's value over time served as an example of how short-term use of high-cost equipment can impact the overall financial performance of the project. This project emphasized the broader impact of renewable energy initiatives. It aligns with national goals to promote sustainable energy, reduce carbon emissions, and bring benefits to the environment and the local community, such as new jobs and better infrastructure. Overall, this project enhanced our understanding of both technical and managerial aspects of engineering projects. It also helped us learn the important skills such as teamwork, planning, budgeting, and decision making. It gave us knowledge and experience that will be very useful in our future as engineers and project managers. I think that's all from my group. Thank you.